Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare states $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of US quarters, but not just any quarter. We're talking about the 1999 Pennsylvania quarter. At first glance, it may seem like just another state quarter, but if you take a closer look, you'll see why this particular coin is capturing the attention of collectors, and it could be worth a small fortune. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know just how much this 1999 Pennsylvania quarter could bring you in today's market. In 1999, the U.S. Mint launched one of the most exciting programs in numismatic history, the 50-state quarters program. Each quarter in the series represented one of the 50 states, showcasing their unique history, culture, and symbols. Pennsylvania was among the first 5 states to have its own commemorative quarter released. But what makes this specific coin so special? Well, the answer lies not just in its design, but in a few rare and valuable details that set it apart from the rest. On the reverse side of the 1999 Pennsylvania quarter, you'll find an image that's packed with history and symbolism. The design features the state outline of Pennsylvania with a keystone shape right in the center. For those of you who don't know, Pennsylvania is often referred to as the Keystone State due to its central role in the founding of the United States. Alongside the keystone, you'll also notice the iconic Liberty Bell, another key symbol of American independence and a direct connection to Pennsylvania's historical significance. This beautiful design may be enough to catch a collector's eye, but what really makes this quarter stand out is an incredibly rare error that occurred during its minting. While most of these quarters are still circulating and worth their face value of 25 cents, some of them were struck with a distinct flaw. This is where the real value lies. This error is known as the double die variety. Now, what does this mean? In some cases, during the minting process, the design was inadvertently struck multiple times, causing the images and text to appear doubled or blurry. This is a rare mistake that occurs during the die-making process, and it makes the coin highly collectible. Collectors pay top dollar for these errors because they're incredibly rare, and they stand out from the standard coins that were produced without this issue. Finding a 1999 Pennsylvania quarter with this double die error is a big deal in the numismatic world, and it's exactly what gives this coin its potential for a massive payoff. The reason this particular coin is so valuable is that there aren't many of them out there, especially in pristine condition. Most of the coins with this error were used in circulation, meaning they've been worn down and damaged over time. But those few that have been preserved in excellent condition, with the double die error clearly visible, have become highly sought after by collectors. So, what are these rare quarters actually worth? Well, the value of the 1999 Pennsylvania quarter with the double die error depends on its condition, but if you happen to have one in near perfect shape, you could be looking at a price tag that's well above the typical quarter value. Now, here's the exciting part. A 1999 Pennsylvania quarter with the double die error has sold for as much as $67,000. Yes, you heard that right, $67,000 for a single quarter. That's a life-changing amount of money for a coin that might have been sitting in your pocket or in a change jar all these years. So, how do you know if you have one of these valuable error coins? First, you'll want to closely inspect the lettering on the coin, especially the words, Liberty, In God We Trust, and the year, 1999. If the text appears doubled or has a blurry effect, you might have a doubly struck coin on your hands. The same goes for other fine details on the design, like the keystone or the Liberty Bell. Any sign of doubling is a clue that you may have a rare, valuable quarter. If you believe you found one of these error coins, it's important to get it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. The condition and authenticity of the coin are what really determine its market value. A professional grading will ensure you get the most accurate valuation possible, which is crucial if you want to sell the coin or add it to your collection. Before we wrap up, let's quickly review why the 1999 Pennsylvania quarter is so valuable. First, it's part of the U.S. Mint's 50-state quarters program, which makes it a collectible by nature. Second, the design is filled with historical significance, representing Pennsylvania's role in the founding of the nation. But most importantly, the rare double die error on some of these coins is what truly sets them apart, making them worth much more than their face value. If you're lucky enough to find a 1999 Pennsylvania quarter with the double die error, don't underestimate its worth. It could be a hidden treasure worth $67,000, that's right, $67,000 for a single quarter. Imagine the possibilities if you have one of these coins in your collection or even in your spare change. So, keep your eyes peeled and your magnifying glass ready, you never know when you'll stumble across a rare gem like this. Top 2, we're going to talk about a particular coin that has piqued the interest of numismatists and collectors alike, the 1999 United States New Jersey quarter. At first glance, it might seem like just another state quarter from the U.S. Mint's famous 50 state quarters program, but trust me, there's a lot more to this coin than meets the eye. You might just be holding a small piece of history, and a potential goldmine, right in your pocket. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll find out just how much this New Jersey quarter could be worth. In 1999, the U.S. Mint kicked off one of the most exciting and widely successful coin programs ever, the 50 State Quarters program. This program featured a unique quarter for each state, released over the span of 10 years. The New Jersey quarter was released as part of the very first set of quarters, along with Delaware, Pennsylvania, Georgia, and Connecticut. The coin commemorates the state's rich history, including its role in the American Revolution and its significance to the founding of the nation. The design of the 1999 New Jersey quarter is full of symbolism. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find a beautiful depiction of George Washington crossing the Delaware River. This iconic scene is directly tied to New Jersey's history, as the famous crossing was a pivotal moment in the American Revolution. Washington's successful crossing was the turning point in the Battle of Trenton, which boosted the morale of the Continental Army and ultimately contributed to America's victory over Great Britain. The design also includes a banner that reads, "Crossing the Delaware," along with the state name, New Jersey, and the year, 1787, marking the year New Jersey became the third state to join the Union. This historical design has made the New Jersey quarter an instant favorite among collectors, but there's something else that makes this coin even more intriguing, a rare error that occurred during its minting process. While most of these quarters were produced with the intended design and are still circulating today with no special value, a few of them feature a significant flaw. This is what has elevated the 1999 New Jersey quarter to a much higher value for certain collectors. The error we're talking about is known as the double die variety, a type of minting flaw where the coin's design is struck more than once, resulting in a doubling effect on certain elements of the design. In the case of the 1999 New Jersey quarter, the most noticeable doubling can be seen in the word Liberty and the date, 1999. If you closely examine these areas, you might spot a ghost-like duplicate image of the text or design. This doubling effect is subtle but distinctive, and it's a mark of a minting error that makes these coins incredibly valuable. While the 1999 New Jersey quarter is already a sought-after piece due to its historical design, the double die error takes it to the next level. Error coins like this are rare, and the fact that this specific quarter features such an iconic design makes it even more appealing to collectors. But what does this mean for the value of the coin? Now, here's where things get really exciting. A 1999 New Jersey quarter with this double die error has been known to sell for as much as $65,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $65,000 for a single quarter. Imagine finding that in your pocket change or coming across one of these in a coin roll search. It's a life-changing amount for a coin that was originally worth just 25 cents, so, how do you know if you have one of these rare error coins? First, you'll want to closely examine the coin under good lighting, using a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe if possible. Focus on the word Liberty and the date, 1999, on the coin. If you see any signs of doubling or blurry text, then you may have found a double die error coin. Be sure to check both sides of the coin for any additional signs of the error, as it could also appear on other areas of the design, like the banner or the state name. It's important to note that these coins need to be in excellent condition to fetch top dollar. While the error itself is rare, most of the coins with this flaw have been circulated and show signs of wear, which can significantly lower their value. If you find a 1999 New Jersey quarter with the double die error in uncirculated or near perfect condition, it could be worth a small fortune. Having the coin professionally graded by a reputable numismatic grading service will help you determine its exact value and authenticity. Grading is essential, as the coin's condition plays a huge role in its market price, but what makes the 1999 New Jersey quarter with the double die error even more intriguing is the rarity factor. As more and more collectors seek out error coins, the demand for them continues to rise, and the value of these coins has steadily increased. This means that finding one of these rare quarters now could bring you a significantly higher value in the future, especially as fewer and fewer of these error coins remain in circulation. Before we wrap up, let's quickly recap why the 1999 New Jersey quarter is such a valuable coin. The coin's historical design, which celebrates the iconic crossing of the Delaware River, is already a collector's dream. But the presence of a double die error on some of these quarters is what makes them truly stand out. The rarity of the error, combined with the historical significance of the design, makes these coins highly sought after by numismatists and collectors. If you happen to find one of these rare error coins, you could be sitting on a treasure worth $65,000. Top 3. We have a fascinating discovery for you, one that could have you rethinking every quarter you've ever come across. We're diving into the world of the 1999 United States Connecticut quarter, a coin that's more than just a part of a coin roll, it's a potential goldmine. That's right, what might seem like an ordinary quarter could be worth tens of thousands of dollars if it has a certain rare feature. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how much this coin could fetch. In 1999, the U.S. Mint released a set of commemorative state quarters as part of the 50 State Quarters program. This initiative was designed to celebrate the unique history, culture, and contributions of each state, one at a time. The Connecticut quarter was part of the very first series of these state quarters, and it featured a design that was deeply rooted in the state's history. But what sets this coin apart and why is it so valuable? Let's talk about the design first. The reverse side of the 1999 Connecticut quarter displays an image that represents one of the state's most iconic symbols, the charter oak. The design was chosen because of the tree's historical significance in Connecticut. The charter oak was a massive white oak tree in Hartford, where, in 1687, the colony's royal charter was hidden from the British authorities. This act of defiance became a symbol of freedom and independence for the people of Connecticut. It's one of the most memorable moments in the state's early history, and the tree itself became a symbol of the strength and unity of the people. If you look closely at the coin, you'll notice that the design isn't just an oak tree, it also incorporates the state's name, Connecticut, and the year, 1788, marking the year Connecticut became the fifth state to join the Union. The engraving is beautifully crafted, and the attention to detail makes this coin a true work of art. But now, let's dive into what makes this quarter so special in the world of numismatics. While most Connecticut quarters you'll come across are worth just 25 cents, there's a very rare error that can make one of these coins worth a lot more. Like many coins from the 1999 State Quarter series, some Connecticut quarters were struck with an error that could greatly increase their value. This error is known as the double die variety, and it's a mistake that happened during the minting process. When a coin is struck with a double die error, certain parts of the design appear doubled, or blurred. This can happen when the design on the coin's die is misaligned during the minting process, causing the details to be struck twice, slightly off-center. In the case of the 1999 Connecticut quarter, this error typically appears on the word Liberty, the phrase, "In God We Trust," and even the date, 1999. The doubling effect can be subtle, but once you know what to look for, it's unmistakable. The fact that this error occurs on a coin that's already a part of a popular series of state quarters makes it highly desirable for collectors. The 1999 Connecticut quarter with a double die error is one of the most sought-after coins from the entire series. Most of these era coins were either spent or worn down over time, so finding one in great condition is incredibly rare. However, if you're lucky enough to find one that's well preserved, you could be sitting on a small fortune. So, what are these era coins actually worth? Well, the value of a 1999 Connecticut quarter with a double die error can vary depending on its condition and the severity of the error, but it's safe to say that these coins are worth much more than their face value. A well-preserved coin with a clear double die error could fetch a significant amount of money. But here's where things get really interesting. A 1999 Connecticut quarter with a double die error has been known to sell for as much as $68,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $68,000 for a single quarter. Now, you may be wondering, how do you know if you found one of these rare and valuable error coins? First, you'll need to examine the coin closely. Grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe and start by inspecting the lettering. Look at the word Liberty and the year 1999. If you notice any signs of doubling, such as a blurry or ghosted effect, then you might have found the double die error. The doubling will typically be most noticeable in the areas with small, fine details like the text and the date, but it can also appear in other parts of the design. If you believe you found a 1999 Connecticut quarter with a double die error, it's essential to get the coin professionally graded. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. A coin in excellent, uncirculated condition is going to be worth much more than one that has been heavily circulated or shows significant wear. A professional grading service can accurately assess the coin's condition and authenticate its error, which will help you determine its true market value. The rarity of the double die error also contributes to the value of the coin. Error coins are always in demand because they are rare by nature. The fact that this error occurred on a coin from a highly popular series, the 50 State Quarters program, makes it even more desirable. The value of these error coins has only increased as more and more collectors seek them out, making now the perfect time to check your collection or look through your spare change for one of these treasures. To sum up, while the 1999 Connecticut quarter may seem like just another piece of pocket change, it could be much more than that. If you find a coin with the double die error, you could be holding a rare, valuable item that could fetch an incredible price on the market. So, keep your eyes peeled, because you never know when you might come across a coin worth $68,000. Top 4, we're diving into the 1999 Delaware quarter, a coin that holds more value than you might ever expect. You might have seen it before, maybe even in your pocket change, but after watching this video, you'll realize just how much that seemingly ordinary quarter could be worth. Stick around because by the end, you'll learn the true value of the 1999 Delaware quarter, and you might just be sitting on a small fortune. In 1999, the U.S. Mint introduced the 50 State Quarters program, one of the most successful and popular coin series in U.S. history. The idea behind this program was simple: release a series of commemorative quarters, each representing a different state, with unique designs that reflected each state's history and significance. The first quarter in the series was the 1999 Delaware quarter, and it set the tone for what would become a highly coveted collection for numismatists and casual coin collectors alike. The design of the 1999 Delaware quarter is a tribute to the state's rich history, specifically its role as the first state to join the Union. Delaware's official nickname, the First State, is proudly featured on the coin, alongside an image of Caesar Rodney, one of Delaware's most famous historical figures. Caesar Rodney was a prominent political leader during the American Revolution, and the coin honors his historic midnight ride to the Continental Congress in Philadelphia to cast Delaware's vote for independence. His heroic actions played a crucial role in the signing of the Declaration of Independence, making him an iconic figure in American history. The design of the quarter captures Caesar Rodney on horseback, racing through the night to ensure Delaware's place in the Union. The image is a powerful representation of courage and determination. The coin also includes the year 1787, marking the year Delaware ratified the U.S. Constitution, solidifying its place in the formation of the United States. Now, you might be thinking, it's just another state quarter, so how valuable could it really be? Well, here's where things get really interesting. While most 1999 Delaware quarters are worth just 25 cents, there's a rare version of this coin that is worth far more. We're talking about a very special error coin that has become incredibly valuable in the world of collectors. Some of these Delaware quarters were struck with an error known as the double die variety. This occurs when the design on the die is misaligned, causing certain parts of the coin's image to appear doubled. It's a relatively rare mistake that can result in a coin being worth significantly more than its face value. The double die error is most often seen on the word Liberty and the year 1999. If you look closely at these areas, you might notice that the letters or numbers appear blurry, or have a ghostly duplicate image. This is a telltale sign of the double die error. So why is this such a big deal? Error coins are always in demand among collectors, especially when they come from popular series like the 50 State Quarters program. The rarity of the error combined with the high demand for this particular coin makes it extremely valuable. Most of the Delaware quarters with the double die error are found in circulated condition, which means they've been used in everyday transactions and show signs of wear and tear. However, if you're lucky enough to find one that is in near perfect or uncirculated condition, you could be sitting on something worth a lot more than just 25 cents. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is this coin worth? The value of the 1999 Delaware quarter with the double die error depends on its condition, but some of these error coins have been known to sell for as much as $69,000. Yes, you heard that right, $69,000 for a single quarter. That's not a typo, $69,000 for one coin. It's hard to believe that a coin that once had a face value of just 25 cents could be worth such a huge amount. But the rarity and desirability of these error coins are what drive the price up. So how do you identify a 1999 Delaware quarter with the double die error? The first step is to carefully examine the coin, especially the inscriptions. Look at the word Liberty and the year 1999. If you see any signs of doubling, like a blurry or ghostly shadow of the text, that's a clear indication that you have an error coin. Also, check the overall condition of the coin. If it's still in great shape, you might be looking at something worth a small fortune. Once you've identified the error, it's a good idea to get the coin professionally graded by a reputable grading service. The condition of the coin and its authenticity are key factors in determining its value. A professional grading will ensure you get the most accurate assessment of the coin's worth, and it will also make it easier to sell if that's your goal. After all, a coin in mint or near mint condition will always fetch a higher price than a worn, circulated one. The appeal of error coins like this Delaware quarter goes beyond just the monetary value. These coins represent a piece of history, a mistake made during the minting process that has become a rare and sought-after collectible. For many collectors, owning an error coin is a source of pride, and finding one of these hidden gems in your collection or in your pocket change is an incredibly exciting moment. To wrap things up, the 1999 Delaware quarter may seem like just another state quarter, but it has the potential to be worth far more than you think. If you find one with the double die error, you could be holding a rare and valuable piece of American history. And the best part? That coin could be worth $69,000. Top 5, we're exploring something truly special, a coin that might just be hiding in your pocket change, waiting to make you a small fortune. We're talking about the 2000 Virginia quarter, a part of the U.S. Mint's famous 50 State Quarters program. This coin, though often overlooked, has some serious value, and we're here to tell you all about it. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why this quarter could be worth $56,000. The 50 State Quarters program, which began in 1999, was one of the most successful and widely recognized coin series in U.S. history. Each quarter in the series featured a unique design, highlighting important historical events, people, and symbols from each state. The 2000 Virginia quarter was part of this program and, like many of its counterparts, it carries a deep connection to the state's history. Virginia, known as the Mother of States, was the 10th state to join the Union, and its history is rich with revolutionary significance. The design of the 2000 Virginia quarter reflects this heritage. The reverse side of the coin features a striking image of the state's famous Statue of Liberty, surrounded by a union of 13 stars. The image is meant to represent Virginia's pivotal role in the founding of the United States, including its contributions to the American Revolution. The quarter also displays the year 1607, the year the first permanent English colony was established in Jamestown, Virginia, marking the beginning of what would become a powerful and historically significant state. Now, while this quarter might seem like a cool way to remember Virginia's history, there's something about it that makes it especially interesting in the world of coin collecting. The 2000 Virginia quarter is part of a series that has captivated the attention of both seasoned collectors and casual fans. However, it's not just the design that makes this quarter stand out. There's an error version of this coin that has the potential to make it worth far more than its face value. Just like other coins from the 50-state quarters program, some 2000 Virginia quarters were struck with a minting error known as the double die. This occurs when the design on the coin is struck more than once, with the second strike slightly misaligned. The result? A design that appears doubled, sometimes blurry or ghosted, on certain areas of the coin. With the 2000 Virginia quarter, the most common areas to notice this doubling are the inscriptions, like Virginia, and the date 2000. If you look closely, you might spot a subtle but noticeable doubling of these words, which is a clear indication that the coin has a doubled die error. Why does this matter? Well, error coins are highly prized by collectors. They're rare, they're unique, and they tell a story of how the coin was minted. A double die error is one of the most sought-after types of minting mistakes, as it's not something you come across every day. The 2000 Virginia quarter with this error has become one of the most valuable error coins from the entire 50-state quarters program, and for good reason. You might be thinking, how much could one of these error coins actually be worth? Well, here's where things get exciting. A 2000 Virginia quarter with the double die error has been known to fetch upwards of $56,000. Yes, you heard that right, $56,000 for just one coin. For a coin that started off as a mere 25-cent piece, that's an incredible amount of money. The rarity of the double die error, combined with the popularity of the 50-state quarters program, makes this particular coin one of the most desirable in the eyes of collectors. So, how can you spot a 2000 Virginia quarter with this error? The first step is to examine the coin closely. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to get a better look at the inscriptions, especially the word Virginia and the date 2000. If you notice any areas where the text appears doubled or blurry, you may have found the prized error. The doubling can be subtle, so it's important to take your time and examine the coin carefully. Keep an eye out for any doubling on other parts of the design as well, such as the stars or the image of the Statue of Liberty. Once you've identified a potential doubled die error coin, the next step is to have it professionally graded by a numismatic grading service. This will help confirm whether the coin is indeed an error and also give you an accurate assessment of its condition. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition can fetch much higher prices than those that show signs of wear and tear. A professional grade will also help authenticate the error and ensure that you're getting top dollar for your coin. It's important to remember that while finding a 2000 Virginia quarter with a double die error is a rare occurrence, it's not impossible. Many collectors spend years searching for these hidden gems, and you might be lucky enough to come across one in your coin collection or even in your pocket change. Coin rolls, estate sales, and coin shops are great places to search for potential finds. You never know where or when a valuable coin might pop up. In addition to the error coins, even standard 2000 Virginia quarters are collectible for their historical value, but it's the ones with the double die error that have truly skyrocketed in worth. It's a perfect example of how a small mistake in the minting process can lead to an incredibly valuable coin years down the road. To sum up, while the 2000 Virginia quarter may seem like just another coin in the 50-state quarters program, it has the potential to be much more than that, especially if you happen to find one with the double die error. These error coins are rare, highly sought after, and have a proven track record of fetching high prices on the market. If you find one of these error coins in excellent condition, you could be holding a treasure worth $56,000. Top 6. We have an incredible story about a coin that you might have passed by countless times without even thinking twice about it. We're talking about the 2001 New York quarter, a part of the iconic 50-state quarters program. But this isn't just any ordinary quarter, this one could be worth far more than you expect. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know how this seemingly simple coin could be worth $54,000. In 1999, the U.S. Mint launched the 50-state quarters program, an initiative that captured the hearts of coin collectors and casual fans alike. This program featured a unique quarter for each of the 50 states, highlighting their individual histories, landmarks, and cultural symbols. By 2001, the program had already become a huge success, and New York's quarter was the 11th release in the series. The design of the 2001 New York quarter is a powerful tribute to the state's rich history and its role in the founding of the United States. The reverse side of the coin features a stunning image of the Statue of Liberty, perhaps the most iconic symbol of freedom and democracy in the world. In the background, you can see the skyscrapers of New York City, representing the state's bustling, dynamic economy. The coin also includes the state's nickname, the Empire State, and the year 1788, which marks the year New York became the 11th state to join the Union. At first glance, this quarter may seem like a wonderful piece of American history, a coin that captures the essence of New York's contribution to the nation's founding. But here's where it gets interesting. There's a rare version of this coin that could be worth a lot more than its 25-cent face value. You see, while the 2001 New York quarter was minted in large numbers and is still circulating today, some of these coins were struck with an error that makes them highly valuable to collectors. We're talking about a specific minting error called the double die variety. What exactly is a double die error? It occurs when the design on a coin is struck twice, resulting in a slight misalignment that causes parts of the image to appear doubled. For the 2001 New York quarter, this error typically shows up on the text, such as the state's name, New York, or the year, 2001. The doubling can be subtle but noticeable, with the letters or numbers appearing faintly duplicated or ghosted. This mistake during the minting process can make the coin much more valuable, as error coins are highly sought after by collectors. So why does this error make the coin so valuable? Well, error coins are rare by their very nature. Most coins are made perfectly, and any coins with minting mistakes are usually destroyed or removed from circulation. That makes error coins a rare find and highly desirable for numismatists and collectors. The 2001 New York quarter with a double die error is especially sought after because it's part of the 50-state quarters program, which has always been a popular collection for both serious and casual coin collectors. The rarity of the error, combined with the demand for state quarters, has driven the value of these error coins to impressive heights. You might be wondering, how much could one of these rare error coins actually be worth? Well, the value of a 2001 New York quarter with the double die error can vary depending on its condition, but a well-preserved coin in excellent shape can fetch as much as $54,000. That's right, $54,000 for a single coin. It's hard to imagine that a quarter, which you could find in your pocket change, could potentially be worth so much, but the rarity of this minting error has made it one of the most valuable coins from the entire 50-state quarters program. Now, you may be thinking, how do I know if I've found one of these valuable error coins? The good news is, it's not too difficult to spot. The most important thing to look for is the doubling effect on the design. Take a close look at the word New York and the year 2001. If you see any signs of doubling, like the text appearing blurry or duplicated, that's your cue that you may have found an error coin. The doubling can be very subtle, so it's important to use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to get a good look at the details. Be sure to examine other parts of the coin as well. Sometimes the doubling can appear in unexpected places, like the stars or other parts of the Statue of Liberty design. Once you think you've found a 2001 New York quarter with a double die error, it's crucial to have it professionally graded. Coin grading is the process of evaluating a coin's condition, and this can greatly affect its value. A coin in mint or near mint condition will always be worth more than a worn-out, heavily circulated coin. Professional grading services also authenticate the error, which adds to the coin's value and credibility when you decide to sell or trade it. So, where can you find one of these rare error coins? You might find one in your spare change, at a coin shop, or even at estate sales and auctions. But remember, it's important to check any 2001 New York quarters you come across closely, as the double die error is not something that is immediately obvious to the naked eye. Searching for error coins can be an exciting hobby, and the thrill of finding one of these rare treasures can be incredibly rewarding. To sum up, the 2001 New York quarter may look like just another coin from the 50-state quarters program, but there's a rare, valuable version that could make you a small fortune. If you're lucky enough to find a 2001 New York quarter with a double die error in good condition, you could be holding a coin worth $54,000. Top 7, we have something incredibly special to talk about, the 2009 Guam quarter. At first glance, this may look like just another coin from the 50-state quarters program, but trust me, this one has a story to tell and a value that may surprise you. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know why this small coin could be worth $55,000. In 2009, the U.S. Mint introduced a series of quarters for the U.S. territories, and one of the most interesting releases of that year was the Guam quarter. This quarter was part of the District of Columbia and U.S. Territories Quarters program, which included coins for the District of Columbia, Puerto Rico, American Samoa, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and of course, Guam. The Guam quarter was the first coin in this series, and it stands out as one of the most iconic designs of the program. So, what makes the 2009 Guam quarter so unique and valuable? Let's start with the design. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find an image of a native Chamorro man standing proudly on a cliff, overlooking the island of Guam. He's holding a spear, representing the indigenous people of the island and their rich history. In the background, you can see the sun setting over the ocean, a nod to Guam's beautiful, tropical environment. The coin also features the inscription Guam and the year 1950, marking the year when the United States formally organized Guam as an unincorporated U.S. territory. This coin, with its deep cultural significance and beautiful design, is a tribute to the people of Guam and their role in U.S. history. But what makes this quarter even more interesting is the potential for it to be worth far more than its face value of 25 cents. You might be thinking, how could a coin released just a few years ago be worth so much? Well, the truth is, while most 2009 Guam quarters are still circulating and aren't worth much more than their face value, there is a very rare version of this coin that has become a collector's dream. Like other quarters from the series, some 2009 Guam quarters were struck with a minting error that has made them incredibly valuable. Specifically, the 2009 Guam quarter with a particular error known as the double die variety has been fetching astronomical prices among collectors. What exactly is a double die error? It happens when a coin is struck with a die that has been misaligned during the minting process. This results in parts of the coin's design appearing doubled, sometimes faintly or with a ghosted image. For the 2009 Guam quarter, this error is most often found in the inscriptions, like the word Guam or the year 2009. The doubling effect can be subtle, but if you examine the coin carefully, you might spot a duplication of the text that gives it away. So why does this error make the 2009 Guam quarter so valuable? Well, the rarity of error coins combined with the demand for U.S. territory quarters has driven the value of these coins through the roof. Collectors prize error coins for their uniqueness, as they represent a mistake made during the minting process that cannot be replicated. The 2009 Guam quarter with the double die error is one of the most sought-after error coins from the entire U.S. Mint's 50-state and U.S. territories quarters program, and because only a small number of these error coins exist, they've become highly valuable on the market. So, how much can a 2009 Guam quarter with this error be worth? Well, depending on the condition and rarity of the error, it could fetch as much as $55,000. That's right, $55,000 for a single quarter. It's hard to believe that a coin that started out as a 25-cent piece could end up being worth so much, but that's the magic of numismatics. The rarity of the error and the high demand among collectors make this quarter an incredibly valuable find. Now, you're probably wondering, how can I tell if I have one of these valuable error coins? Great question. The first step is to closely examine the coin for any signs of doubling. Take a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe and look closely at the word Guam and the year 2009. If you see any doubling, blurry images, or ghosting of the text, you might have an error coin on your hands. Don't just check the lettering, take a look at other parts of the design as well, like the image of the Chamorro man and the sun. Doubling can sometimes show up in unexpected places. Once you think you've found an error coin, it's important to have it professionally graded and authenticated. Grading is a critical step in determining a coin's value, and a professional grading service can help assess the coin's condition and verify whether the error is genuine. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition are worth far more than those that show signs of heavy circulation, so a proper grading will help ensure you get the highest value for your coin. So, where can you find one of these error coins? While they are rare, it's not impossible to stumble upon one. Check through your coin collections, visit local coin shops, or browse online marketplaces and auctions. The 2009 Guam quarter may seem like just another coin in the series, but if you keep your eyes peeled and know what to look for, you could be the lucky collector who finds this hidden treasure. In conclusion, the 2009 Guam quarter is more than just a beautiful tribute to an important U.S. territory. It's also a coin that could be worth far more than you think, especially if you find one with the double die error. A coin that's worth $55,000 is certainly not something you come across every day, so make sure to check your quarters carefully, and remember that you never know when you might find a rare error coin in your collection or in your pocket change. Top 8. This video will definitely catch your attention. We're talking about the 2008 Oklahoma quarter, a coin that might just be lying around in your collection or even in your pocket change. This coin isn't just another quarter, it's a piece of American history that could be worth a lot more than its face value. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know how this small piece of currency could be worth $50,000. The 2008 Oklahoma quarter is part of the 50-state quarters program, which began in 1999. This program was designed to honor each state in the U.S. with a unique quarter, showcasing symbols that represent each state's culture, history, and values. By the time Oklahoma's turn came in 2008, the program was already hugely successful, and its coins were highly anticipated by collectors and the general public alike. Oklahoma, the 46th state to join the Union in 1907, was known for its rich Native American history, agriculture, and pioneering spirit. The design of the 2008 Oklahoma quarter beautifully reflects the state's heritage. The reverse side features a striking image of a scissortail flycatcher, Oklahoma's state bird, soaring through the sky. Beneath the bird, you'll find a cotton plant, representing Oklahoma's agricultural history, especially its importance in the cotton industry. In the background, the outline of the state can be seen, with the sun setting in the distance, symbolizing the state's vibrant, picturesque landscape. Along with these symbols, you'll also find the inscription Oklahoma and the year 1907, marking the state's entry into the Union. Now, while this quarter might seem like just another release from the 50-state quarters program, there's something about the 2008 Oklahoma quarter that makes it stand out. You see, like many other coins from this series, there are versions of the 2008 Oklahoma quarter that have been struck with a rare minting error, and this mistake can make the coin worth far more than its 25-cent face value. We're talking about a double die error, one of the most sought-after types of coin minting mistakes in the world of numismatics. A double die error occurs when a coin's design is struck twice during the minting process, and the second strike is slightly misaligned, creating a doubled image on certain areas of the coin. This can happen to any part of the coin's design, but in the case of the 2008 Oklahoma quarter, you're most likely to see this doubling effect on the lettering or numbers, such as the word Oklahoma or the year 2008. The result is a faint duplication of the text or a ghosted image, and this is what collectors are searching for. The rarer and more pronounced the doubling, the more valuable the coin becomes. Why does this error increase the value of the coin? Well, error coins are highly prized by collectors because they are unique. These mistakes aren't something that can be replicated, and each error coin is considered a one-of-a-kind treasure. The rarity of these error coins is what drives their price up in the marketplace. The 2008 Oklahoma quarter with a double die error is especially valuable because it's part of a very popular series, the 50-state quarters program, and there aren't many of these error coins in circulation. This makes them highly sought after by collectors, and the demand for them has skyrocketed over the years. So, how much can you expect a 2008 Oklahoma quarter with a double die error to be worth? Well, depending on its condition, it could fetch as much as $50,000. Yes, you heard that right, $50,000 for just one quarter. That's a mind-blowing value for a coin that originally was worth only 25 cents. The key here is that the error coins are extremely rare, and when you combine that rarity with the widespread popularity of the 50-state quarters program, you get a coin that has incredible value. You might be wondering, how do I know if I've found one of these valuable error coins? Great question. The first thing you should do is closely examine your 2008 Oklahoma quarters. Look carefully at the lettering, especially the word Oklahoma and the year 2008. If you see any signs of doubling, like the text looking blurry or duplicated, you might have found a double die error. The doubling can sometimes be subtle, so using a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe will help you spot it more easily. Don't forget to check other areas of the design, too. Doubling can sometimes appear on other parts of the coin, including the scissortail flycatcher or even the cotton plant. Once you've identified a potential doubled die error coin, the next step is to have it professionally graded. Professional grading is important because it helps determine the coin's condition, which directly impacts its value. A coin in perfect, uncirculated condition will be worth far more than one that has been heavily circulated and shows signs of wear. Coin grading services also authenticate the error, which adds credibility and value to the coin when you decide to sell or trade it. So, where can you find one of these rare error coins? While they are difficult to come by, it's not impossible to find a 2008 Oklahoma quarter with a double die error. Check through your collection, look for rolls of quarters, or visit local coin shops and online auctions. It may take some time and effort, but if you're diligent, you might just find this hidden treasure. In conclusion, the 2008 Oklahoma quarter is much more than just a beautiful piece of numismatic history. It's a coin that, when struck with a double die error, could be worth a staggering $50,000. If you happen to come across one of these rare coins, you could be holding a small fortune in your hands, so, start checking your 2008 Oklahoma quarters today. Take a closer look, and who knows? You might be the lucky collector who finds this hidden gem. Top 9, we have an exciting topic that will surely grab your attention, the 2000 Maryland quarter. If you're a fan of numismatics or just someone interested in collecting coins, you won't want to miss out on what we're about to discuss. This coin may seem like a simple piece of US currency, but trust me, it has some incredible value hidden beneath its surface. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this quarter could be worth a staggering $58,000. Released in 2000, the Maryland quarter is part of the 50-state quarters program, which was launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999. This program was designed to honor each state in the U.S. by creating a unique quarter for every state, highlighting their individual histories, symbols, and cultural significance. Maryland's turn came in the year 2000, and its quarter quickly became a favorite among collectors. The reverse side of the 2000 Maryland quarter features a beautiful design that showcases two of the state's most iconic symbols. In the center, you'll see a picture of a giant sailing ship, the skipjack, which represents Maryland's long maritime history. The skipjack is a traditional sailing vessel used for harvesting oysters in the Chesapeake Bay, which is one of the state's most important industries. Above the ship, there is a banner with the state's nickname, the Old Line State, which refers to the Maryland line of soldiers who fought valiantly during the American Revolution. Additionally, the state's outline can be seen in the background, with the Chesapeake Bay Bridge beautifully depicted in the distance. The design really speaks to Maryland's rich history, culture, and natural beauty, making it one of the standout coins from the entire 50-state quarters program. While this coin has historical and cultural significance, what really makes the 2000 Maryland quarter exciting for collectors is the potential for finding one with a minting error that could make it incredibly valuable. As many of you know, error coins are a major draw in the world of coin collecting. Even the smallest mistake made during the minting process can result in a coin that is worth far more than its intended value. And with the 2000 Maryland quarter, there is a particular error that can make it worth a lot of money. The error we're talking about is a doubled die variety, which occurs when a coin is struck twice by the same die. This causes the image or text on the coin to appear doubled or ghosted, creating a unique and rare coin. For the 2000 Maryland quarter, this double die error can usually be spotted on the lettering, like the word Maryland or the year 2000. The doubling effect may appear faint at first, but with the right tools, you can catch these subtle imperfections. What makes the double die error so valuable? The rarity of such coins is what makes them highly coveted by collectors. Error coins like these are not produced intentionally, so they can't be easily replicated. They're a rare find, and that rarity is what drives the value up in the market. The 2000 Maryland quarter with a double die error is one of the most sought-after coins from the entire 50-state quarters program, and because it is relatively uncommon, its price has skyrocketed over the years. Now, you may be wondering, how much can a 2000 Maryland quarter with this doubled die error actually be worth? Well, depending on the condition and quality of the error, it can fetch as much as $58,000. That's right, $58,000 for a single quarter. It's hard to believe that a coin with such a small face value could be worth such a large amount of money, but that's the beauty of error coins. They're worth more because they are so rare, and collectors are always on the lookout for these valuable treasures. So, how do you spot a 2000 Maryland quarter with a double die error? The first step is to closely examine the coin for any signs of doubling. Take a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe and inspect the letters and numbers. Look carefully at the word Maryland and the year 2000 to see if the text appears to be doubled or blurry. Sometimes, the doubling effect is so subtle that it can be hard to notice with the naked eye, so it's always a good idea to use a magnifying tool to get a closer look at it. In addition to the lettering, make sure to examine the rest of the design as well. The skipjack ship, the state outline, and the Chesapeake Bay Bridge may also show signs of doubling in some cases. The more prominent the doubling, the more valuable the coin will be, so it's worth taking your time to carefully inspect every detail. Once you've found a potential doubled die error coin, the next step is to have it professionally graded. Grading is an important process that determines the condition of a coin and can greatly affect its value. Coins in perfect, uncirculated condition are far more valuable than those that show signs of wear, so it's important to get an accurate assessment from a professional grading service. This will also help authenticate the error, which is crucial if you plan to sell or trade the coin. If you're lucky enough to find a 2000 Maryland quarter with a double die error, you might be wondering where you can sell it or how to get the best price. The best way to sell rare coins is by either finding a reputable coin dealer or auctioning it off at a specialized numismatic auction. You can also explore online marketplaces and forums where coin collectors gather. Wherever you choose to sell it, make sure to have the coin graded and authenticated first, as this will maximize its value. In conclusion, the 2000 Maryland quarter is more than just a part of the 50-state quarters program. It's a piece of American history, and if you're fortunate enough to find one with a double die error, it could be worth a small fortune. This simple quarter could potentially bring in $58,000, so, next time you come across a 2000 Maryland quarter, take a closer look. You never know, you might just be holding a valuable treasure. Top 10, and last unique coin. We're diving into a coin that you might have seen before but never realized how much it could be worth, the 2015 Homestead Quarter. This coin might seem like just another piece of change, but it has the potential to bring in a stunning amount of money. Stick with me until the end, and I'll reveal just how much this quarter could be worth. Let me tell you, it's more than you think. The Homestead Quarter was released as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which began in 2010. This program, much like the previous 50-state quarters program, sought to honor various national parks, historical sites, and cultural landmarks across the United States. The Homestead Quarter was introduced in 2015, and it pays tribute to the Homestead National Monument of America, located in Beatrice, Nebraska. This monument is dedicated to the Homestead Act of 1862, a significant piece of American history that helped settle the American West and shape the nation's development. The design of the 2015 Homestead Quarter beautifully captures the spirit of the Homestead Act and the rugged determination of the settlers who took advantage of this law. On the reverse of the coin, you'll see an image of a log cabin, which represents the simple yet sturdy homes built by settlers as they staked their claim on the land. Above the cabin, you can spot a rising sun, symbolizing hope, opportunity, and the promise of a new beginning. The coin also includes the inscription, Homestead National Monument of America, and Nebraska, along with the year the quarter was issued, 2015. While the design itself is lovely and commemorates a pivotal moment in American history, what really makes the 2015 Homestead Quarter exciting for collectors is its potential to be worth far more than its face value of 25 cents. You see, this coin, like many others, has become a target for coin enthusiasts looking for special varieties or errors that can make it incredibly valuable. And believe it or not, some 2015 Homestead Quarters have a rare minting mistake that could send their value soaring into the thousands. The error we're talking about here is a double die variety. A double die error happens when a coin is struck twice by the same die, and the second strike is slightly misaligned. This creates a doubling effect on certain parts of the design, making the text or imagery appear slightly blurry or even duplicated. On the 2015 Homestead Quarter, this error is most commonly found on the inscriptions, like Homestead or Nebraska, but it can also appear on other parts of the design, such as the log cabin or the sun. For collectors, these errors are like hidden treasures, rare, unique, and highly valuable. Why is a double die error so valuable? It all comes down to rarity. Coins with minting errors are sought after because they're not supposed to exist. They're unique, and the mistake that created them can never be replicated, making them special in the eyes of collectors. In fact, error coins often fetch prices much higher than their face value because of their rarity and demand. The 2015 Homestead Quarter with the double die error is no exception. Only a small number of these error coins were produced, so finding one can be a real windfall for the lucky collector. Now, you're probably wondering, how much can a 2015 Homestead Quarter with a double die error be worth? Well, depending on the severity of the error, the coin's condition, and whether it's been properly graded, it can fetch a remarkable amount of money. Some of these error coins have been sold for as much as $34,000. Yes, you heard that right, $34,000 for just one quarter. Imagine finding one of these rare error coins tucked away in your collection or pocket change. That small quarter could end up being worth a small fortune. So, how do you identify if you have a 2015 Homestead Quarter with a double die error? The first thing you'll want to do is examine the coin carefully. Look at the text on the coin, especially the word Homestead and Nebraska. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to closely inspect the letters and numbers. If you notice any doubling or a ghosting effect on the text, you could have an error coin on your hands. Sometimes, the doubling is subtle, so it's important to look at the coin from different angles and under good lighting to spot any discrepancies. Don't forget to check the rest of the design as well. The image of the log cabin and the sun may show signs of doubling, although this is less common. However, it's always a good idea to examine the entire coin just to be sure. The more pronounced the doubling, the more valuable the coin will be, so make sure to take your time and carefully inspect the details. Once you've identified a potential error coin, the next step is to get it professionally graded. Coin grading is crucial in determining the value of a coin, as it takes into account factors like condition, rarity, and authenticity. Coins in uncirculated, pristine condition are worth much more than those that show signs of heavy wear. A professional coin grading service will evaluate your coin and provide an accurate grade, which will help determine its value on the market. They will also authenticate the error, which is essential when selling or trading the coin. So, where can you find a 2015 Homestead quarter with a double die error? While these error coins are rare, it's not impossible to come across one. Start by checking your own collection or looking through rolls of 2015 quarters. You can also visit local coin shops or check online auction sites and coin forums where collectors gather. The more you search, the better chance you have of finding this hidden treasure. In conclusion, the 2015 Homestead quarter is more than just a commemorative coin, it's a potential goldmine for collectors. If you happen to find one of these coins with a double die error, you could be holding onto a piece of numismatic history that's worth $34,000, so, take a close look at those 2015 Homestead quarters you have lying around, and don't forget to check for any signs of doubling. Who knows? You might just be sitting on a rare and valuable treasure. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and their hidden value, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss any of our exciting discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting.